call the meeting to order. And any public comment? Nope, okay. Then we will go right to the Woodbridge Center report. Oh, we have to look at our minutes. We have 2 sets of minutes. June 3rd. Any questions, any corrections, any comments? Then I need a motion to accept June 3rd's meeting.
If I was here, I'll make the motion, but my friend was here.
You have to abstain for June.
Was I not here?
No,
Oh,
you were here.
Oh, then I'd
June.
like to make the motion.
Okay.
Hang on, I have the minutes printed here somewhere.
I have them.
You're welcome.
Who's here?
Yeah, the minutes
Here
are
they
here, and you were here.
Oh, great.
Lauren, okay. And then we need a second.
I'll second.
Okay, very good. Aaron, we'll get Arnie next time. Okay, excellent. And then there was a special meeting. I have to abstain because I was.
Wait, you want to vote on each one
Oh,
independently?
yes, we do. All in favor of accepting the June 3rd? Raise your hands. It's a unanimous vote.
Uh-huh.
And then the special meeting for July 16th. The minutes were provided. Any questions or comments? Okay, all in favor?
Who made the motion?
Big motion.
Arnie, you want
No, Arnie can't.
Oh, I was there, I'll do it again.
Lauren?
I was not.
You were present?
motion?
I was not
Oh, I
present.
thought you said you couldn't do it.
I was here.
Okay,
Okay, so
so
members present.
Arnie will,
Pat.
and we need a second.
Oh, you
Was
were
that-
there.
was that-
Second line, sorry.
Yeah.
Arnie made the motion.
Arnie made the
I know it's
motion.
short, but
And Lauren seconded.
Not on Zoom, you're not. And who seconded?
Lauren,
Okay.
Jeanette, do you have?
all in
copies of the
favor of
minutes there?
accepting the special meeting minutes for July 16th? I have to abstain.
What would you like?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent.
So that was unanimous as well?
Arnie seconded.
It was.
No,
I
there,
had to abstain.
Kathy and Aaron,
I
you?
had to abstain too.
Aaron,
I wasn't at the July 16th.
okay. Because it lasted 6 minutes.
It was
So even if you tried, you know.
Yeah.
So that was the July 16th. And the other one, everybody voted on that?
It was unanimous.
Okay.
Lauren
Everybody
and
had
Aaron.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we'll move into the Woodbridge Center report.
Watch out.
The center's been really busy. We've had a lot of increased participation, a lot of new attendees. So I don't know if you could see when you got this, but it was the yellow highlighted is the programs that were full. And they filled up really quickly with waiting lists, long waiting lists. So on June 6th, we had the Lunch and Learn with the Home Safety and Modifications by Amston Home Transition, and we had 36 people attend that. I'm not going to go through everything, but just highlight some things. On the new Taiji-Quan Moving for Better Balance program began on June 14th. We had 22 people that signed up for it, so we were able to split into 2 different classes for the 48 weeks. And we divided the 2080 that we got in funding between the 2 classes. Our summer ice cream excursion series is going really well. We went to Rich Farm in June. Plasko's, we just went to Plasko's Farm Creamery and Cafe in Trumbull. That was full. And then in August, we're going to Wells Hollow Creamery. And then we'll do one more in September, which is to be determined. The lunch bunches are going really well. The one in July, we actually took 2 vans because we went to Bill's Seafood and Ashley's Ice Cream in Westbrook, and that filled up quickly and there was a waiting list. On June 27th, we went to Charter Senior Living, which was previously the Linden, and they offered a summer kickoff cookout just for our members there. We had 34 that went. We reached the limit on that. And they offered a really nice spread of food, a really good buffet with all the summer favorites, and then they had ribs and macaroni and cheese, and they really outdid themselves, and it was all delicious. And I sampled it too, so that was good. Just making sure the quality is up there.
That's your job.
One of the benefits. And our members that went there were also able to see an apartment there and to see one of our community partners, which was really nice. On August 14th, we had our first monthly coffee and conversation with the first selectman, Mika Cardoza, and we had 14 attendees. It was really nice. Everyone felt comfortable enough to share the issues that they were having or concerns they were having, and Mika was really good about listening, and just everybody felt heard, which was probably the most important takeaway. And the biggest topic was the Lucy Street apartments and concerns that they were having there, people who lived there, and some of the conditions there. So Mika offered to address them not address them, but to look into them, and then gave them a timeline of getting back to them in 2 months, which they were happy with. And on July 11th, we had a lunch and learn cooking demo. Chef Eddie from Charter Senior Living came and gave the cooking demo. That we maxed out at 30, but we actually had 31. And he kind of shared how to cook 3 different things, and then everybody got to enjoy them for lunch. He went around and engaged the whole room, and it was really nice. Everyone enjoyed that. On July 25th, we had our annual indoor picnic that was sponsored by the Woodbridge PD and the law firm of Resnick and Resnick. Chief Capiello came on his vacation week, which he did last year too, so I have to change the date, I think, going forward to stay in his good graces. But he manned the grill with Deputy Chief Smith and Bob Hauser from the maintenance department. Emily Resnick-Kahn came and helped serve the food with Jeanette, which was really great because we were hoping to have 2 more people from the PD come, but they weren't able. So Jeanette and Emily worked very quickly to get the whole room served, and while Rose and I plated the food. But everybody was very appreciative of it and really enjoyed it. They were very patient. They listened to the music, and we just got a lot of positive feedback from it. And then we had a volunteer, Norma Chavez, who's a member of our center who participates in a lot. She volunteered several hours the day before, which was nice. And then in August, this past Thursday, we had a lunch and learn on Backyard Birds of Connecticut. We had 55 people attend that, which was amazing. And Tom from Compassion Home Care, who gave the presentation, was just very enthusiastic, and he started that way and he ended with the same enthusiasm, which was contagious, and everybody just really enjoyed it, and it was engaging. And when people talked about it the next day or this week, everyone had a smile on their face because his energy was still coming through. One person who came to it hadn't been out of their house in 7 months. She has some medical problems going on, and so her aide brought her, and she was just really excited to be there. They signed up for a bunch of other stuff, so that's really nice. On the 8th, we're having a lunch and craft with silk scarf painting from Milford Health and Rehab with Oasis Senior Advisors will be providing the lunch. That filled up quickly, and the cap was 25. We have about 18 more signed up already on a waiting list, so we're going to try to offer another one in the near future. And then on August 12th, we're taking a trip to cruise the Thimble Islands aboard the Sea Mist with lunch afterwards at Stony Creek Brewery. That filled up quickly, and with 2 vans, with a waiting list of close to the 20 that we can take on 2 vans. So we're going to be looking into doing the same trip in September to try to accommodate those people. And then on August 22nd, we're going to have a summer lunch and beach party that's sponsored by Amston Home Transition Solutions. The lunch will be catered by Billy's Old Fashioned Ice Cream and Marketplace, and we'll have live music. And then just some general program information. Mahjong has just completely soared in attendance. We had, for the third quarter in FY24, we had 86 people in attendance. And then just for July, last month, we had 148. So
Wow.
there's all different skill levels and ages that are participating. We started offering a beginner class over the last several months that's being taught by volunteers. So we're planning to continue that.
And it's all volunteer-led.
It is.
This group is just
Right.
organic.
Right, and they actually created, our pickleball group has through the GroupMe app, they have a group that they communicate with who's playing. And they started another one for Mahjong through that same app. So they, on their own, can figure out when they're playing, times that meet work and everything. And since FY24 came to a close at the end of June, just some statistics to share. We had 565 people use the center during that year, with the total participation at over 8,100, plus outdoor pickleball, which we can't really capture with attendance. We gave a total of 3,129 rides to 178 people. And we had 99 people join the center since January.
So, to what do you attribute the explosive growth? Just word of mouth, or?
So we started really tracking it in January through Schedules Plus, our software package. Before that, it wasn't captured quite as easily. So the new center, I think, is
That was my question.
a big draw. Yeah.
Sounds great.
It's beautiful.
Nice to be.
It
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just the different groups are like word of mouth. They're sharing what they're participating in, and we had people who were just doing Tai Chi for several years through the grant program, and they met people within that, and they encouraged them to come to aerobics. So several people are going to aerobics, and then they go to lunch and learns, and it's and new people are continuously coming, and yeah, it's a good place.
Well, I think the
It's a happy place.
variety that you're offering is really helping. So people, there may be one, whether it's, the bird lecture or the ice cream, it gets somebody interested in something, and then they meet people, and that they meet someone who says, oh, you should try this, you should try that.
Right.
Well, we've always said it was an a la carte center. You didn't come and spend the day here. You came and you chose which programs you liked and didn't come to the ones you weren't interested in. But when I see, the backyard thing attracting like really a good cross-section of people, from the town, people we may have transported at one point, people who come to our vaccine clinics, people who just, don't normally come here, don't need a center, maybe not, that need is a bad word, but, if they want to go to lunch with friends, they make reservations. But there are a number of people here who, through the years, have been loosely associated, whether it's been through rides or other services that we've provided, and it's really attraction. It's not even, she does a great job promoting, but it's attraction. People hear about a really great program, and then they're interested, and they maybe pick up her 2-page newsletter that she has here, and they find something for themselves. So.
It's also during the pandemic and the renovation, we kind of did things a little different. Like we started to do lunch and learns and those sort of programs because we just had to do things differently. And then after we opened, we melded them into what we offered previously. So I think it just kind of organically expanded on its own to that way.
That's great.
And I love the Facebook pictures, the blasts that you're putting out. It's, the room is just filled.
Yeah.
And I think that also feeds, interest.
one more thing.
Yeah, let me just find my place, I'm sorry.
Where were you?
Okay. I turned the page and then I turned it back, so I
There you go.
completely lost myself.
The kitchen here.
One other thing that one thing that we started to do is the town started to have an emphasis on sustainability, more so, I guess, lately. And so they provided like recycling containers in the cafeteria. We've started purchasing reusable tablecloths instead of using the plastic ones. We're looking into possibly getting a washer dryer that we can have in close proximity to the center so that they can be washed, obviously. So we're trying to use more of the real dishes rather than the throwaway and just be more mindful of that. And then transportation, SUV 57 broke down again on July 18th. That's the second time it's happened in this year, 2024. The town mechanic was off for 2 weeks afterwards. He came back today for the first time since that happened. So he drove it around today to try to get it to recreate the issue it had. So we're waiting to hear about that. As we've said before, the vans are really difficult to use within themselves. But Jeanette will elaborate on transportation in a moment. As a teaser. The lunch program, just to give an overview, since we transitioned halfway through FY24 due to the increase in vendor fees, the in-person lunch is maintaining about the same attendance despite the transition. It's right around 525, 550 for the last 4 quarters. And then the frozen meal program, it did decrease in April when we had the second price increase go into effect. But now it seems to be holding steady, so we'll have to see what happens with that. Katie and I had a lot of discussion with the towers in New Haven and the current vendor, the Tavon Catering, trying to explore different options for the frozen meal program. I kind of left it like that with the commission in June. The difference between the two wound up to be that the towers could offer it at a lower price at $8.50, but there would be less variety, quite a bit less variety, of about 10 options a quarter, and it would only be with the dessert and the entree. There wouldn't be the roll and the fruit, which wasn't a huge factor, but it was also kosher, which would eliminate like chicken parm or things that had meats with cheese. So we tried to talk to Bateavon to try to see if they could work with us, like doing that, the roll and the fruit, to try to make a decrease in price, but they were just not budging. So we left it up to the current consumers of the frozen meal program, and they ultimately decided to stay with Bateavon even though it was a price increase. So we have the price went into effect for our customers on July 15th, and it seemed for July thus far, it's a really small picture, but it seems to be staying about the same. People told us that they may decrease on what they buy, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes. And lastly, the grant, we were awarded another grant in the amount of $2,880 for the Tai Chi Kwan Looking for Better Balance program. And this one will begin in January 2025, so that we can just seamlessly go from the current one to the next one. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Are there any questions?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, right.
Okay, well, we need a motion to accept the Woodbridge Center report. Arnie, and I can second it. All in favor? Raise your hand. Very good, it's unanimous. Excellent. And Nancy, Youth Services. And congratulations on becoming a grant honor.
Thank you.
Oh.
That's my biggest accomplishment. Very, very patient waiting for that one. No pressure, kids, you know. So we finished up the after-school guided study program at Beecher Road School using up the enhancement grant that we were given by DCF. And students and teachers celebrated with an end-of-year party. So we had ordered pizza and cake. The pizza didn't show up on time, so the kids had a cake party, and 2 days later, they had a pizza party. But I didn't hear any complaints, so I guess that went well. 8th grade graduation party, there were 121 grads. We helped to sponsor it, and it was at the Aria in Prospect, and it was a beautiful venue. I mean, just a beautiful venue, but what was really nice was the kids were either inside, and the outdoor section was like surrounded by trees, and there was really no way to lose anybody. And there was one little section, I was looking around a corner, and there was a woman out there cooking at this buffet, and I said, "Oh, do you need anything?" I said, "I'm just checking to see if anybody can slip by. Safety first." And she said, "Oh, if anybody passes me by, I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna call the cops on." I said, "Good, I can trust you." So it went really well. The kids had a really nice time. Very special. Dresses were really interesting. We did the kickball tournament the last day of school, so the kids get outside and play because they really don't do anything the last day of school in class anyway. And we provide the refreshments, so we had nice popsicles on a warm day, so that went well. Family game night, we participated again with Rotary on June 13th, and the fee was $10 for up to 4 people. We changed the fee a little bit so that we could make enough money to cover, like if it's a larger family. It's $5 for each additional person above that, and we offered it to seniors over 65 for $5, which I don't think we had any seniors show up, so maybe we need to encourage that next time, so they'll come and play games with the kids, You were there.
So we went up from 10 to 28, is it?
We had 28 people.
Right, but the first time you offered it
First
wasn't it like
we had
24?
We had like 24.
Oh, I thought it was
We
even
had
much smaller, okay.
No, so this one was good, yeah. It was
About
well
the
attended.
same.
and
No,
I think
well, that's a
people
good
just
number.
really
No,
enjoy it, and the
it is a
kids,
good number.
really, and it was nice to see families come and can.
Yeah.
And so
Visit
the
with other
families started
families and
playing
start
with each other.
playing
It was
together.
very nice.
Mhm.
We'll do it again in the fall.
I'm going to skip over some things on the June report because they're on the July report as well. Data reporting for grant. So there were a couple different reports that I do, of course. So I had just data collection, so it was programming information, programming numbers. And then there were also some financial, but they really didn't expect the expenses in, just the revenue. So it was interesting trying to get that done, but that was done. And so we had 2 phases of that. We had June 21st and then again in July. I finished some more in July. And then there'll be more due August and September. Personnel, well, in June we were still looking for someone we were interviewing, and then I'll go on with that. And I'll lead that into July because we're all at the meeting, I think, for the special meeting. Job Bank, I wanted to talk about Job Bank a little bit because sometimes we just don't have enough kids to go around. This summer, we took in a total of like at least 10 more kids. I have another interview tomorrow. I was pleased to see that, except there are some kids who wait till they graduate and then they call because they want to make money over the summer before they go to college. And I always say, well, it depends on what you sign up for. If you just want babysitting, if you want to sit at a computer, you're not going to make a lot of money. If you want to weed, I'm network, I will keep you busy. But we've had some really nice kids, some bigger boys sign up this year, so they were able to do weeding, but also move furniture for people, and people are really appreciative, and we stay on top of it. Ellen helps me a lot with that, and kids go on vacation and come back, but we've been able to really keep up with the jobs this summer, which last summer I think we were really lagging because we just didn't have enough students to help out. But I know I'll lose a few to college fairly soon, so we'll see how that goes. What else do we have in July? Oh, well, so 7th grade picnic is planned. It's in 3 weeks on August 22nd, so that'll be a picnic at the, in the rear of the middle school, so we hope to be outside behind the school in the field, have some games, an inflatable obstacle course, and a DJ, and if it rains, of course, we go into the gym. We can't have food in the gym or in the hallway any longer, so we have to book the cafeteria as well, so it's just a little extra space. But I have only 2 signups for that. The information was a little harder to get out this year because we don't have Woodbridge Town News in print. I sent it last Thursday before, haven't seen it in there yet, so I will get in touch
Yeah,
with
he
them
didn't
and
update
find
this
out.
past week. I sent it,
Must have been on vacay or something.
yeah, I wrote to him, I said, do you need me to submit this again this
Mhm.
past Thursday? Because the week before
You
he
did.
didn't publish
Yeah, 'cause
anything.
none
It's all
of
old
them got it.
material.
Mhm. So it's a shame because now is the time.
Yeah.
Right.
So we really need that out there. I understood that the principal was going to send it out. He was on vacation because he usually sends a packet out to the incoming 7th grade families. I did send it to the PTSO and I saw the picnic in there, but I didn't see the babysitting advertised. So
It
send
went
that
out on the
again.
town's Facebook.
And
page.
I understood that the middle school did send out an email. I saw some people post that on Facebook. I did not get it, so I got to get back on their list again. Some of these schools only email parents, and if you're not a parent, you can't get on, but I'm going to have to ask them to make sure I get a copy of that. So the rec department and the youth services department co-hosted the Harlem Wizards again this year at the camp. It was last week on the 29th. It's always a great day. Kids are just screaming over this guy. He's just so good. We had the same guy now for about 3 years. And they just love him. And, the counselors just all sit there and go, this is a great program. And
They love him.
he gets the
Yeah.
counselors up and he gets kids
Yeah.
up, so the kids love to see, and they tease the counselors, and they got Nick Dottori, who's been there for years,
Yeah.
he was up and he made him do moves and, move the basketball around himself and, go around his arms, and Nick did it. He was really cool. It was really fun, and the kids just love being involved. And then he gives out posters and he gives out little basketballs and all kinds of tchotchkes for the kids, and then whoever got something, they can get in line at the end, and he autographs everything. So they leave happy.
That's
They
fun.
really do. It's a fun day. So that was great. Red Cross babysitter training's coming up August 20th and 21st, so we have that the Tuesday and Wednesday that week, and then Thursday is the picnic, so it'll be a busy week. So we have a couple signups for that already. The fee is $60 for residents, $65 for non-residents, and we usually get a combination of both. It's a 2-day class, and we'll do that at the library meeting room, which is really comfortable for the kids there. Data reporting for the grant, so I mentioned that I did some in July. We have income and expenses due for fiscal year 24 on the 30th of September, and request for funding will be for the next year, fiscal year 25, which we're already in, would be due on the 2nd of September. And I have a training tomorrow morning, actually, on Zoom on that. So it's always fun. Makes summer fun. Personnel. So we did hire Lainey Alexander. Thank you all for voting for that. I'm thrilled to have her. And she started, but she's only been able to put a minimal amount of time in, and she's on vacation right now. So she will start back again the day before the picnic, so she's going to jump in head first, and in the meantime, just try to juggle and get it all done. What else? I think that's all I have for now. And once Lainey starts, we'll dive in and try to get some more things done. I am trying to plan a September 20th back to school bash at the middle school as well, so when she gets in, we'll be planning that. I already talked to the DJ and got an inflatable for that. Just need approvals from the middle school. It's been slow getting the approval from the middle school, even for the picnic. I don't have a final because the certificates of insurance, the wording has to be exact, and we've gone back and forth about 3 times on that. I think I got it. I think we got it now. So I'm just waiting for an approval because there's one status that says approved, another one says inactive, another one says sent to someone else for approval. So not really sure where I stand. So I wrote to Terry Lewis at the school district and said, where are we with this? We need to put this. We always have to publicize before we get a final approval. It's just steps. I think we should be okay. And we did get approval again. They said that the state approved the same amount of grant money, so it'll be the same amount as last year. Base grant will be about $14,103, and the enhancement grant is $8,604, and I think we're around $2,700, $2,744 for there's like a direct services grant that supplements. So that's good. At least they didn't
They
reduce.
didn't cut it. Well, thank you.
Welcome.
Yes, busy summer.
Is it?
Yes. All right, and any other comments or questions? And a motion to accept the youth services report.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Erin. And a second.
I can second.
Thank you very much, Lauren. All in favor? Aye. Thank you, or it is unanimous.
That has not fallen asleep.
I just wonder how easy that would be to be at home.
And, okay, on to human services, Jeanette.
Okay, so just a few things. Center building gym renovation. The meeting on Thursday, I'm hoping that they kicked it into a higher gear for August, because July sure seemed kind of slow. Maybe the subs were taking a vacation, I don't know. But we're hoping that some demolition happened in the last end of the week, and that they'll start getting the doors in. The lights are due to be installed soon, and we're still waiting on a subcontractor to come in and give us an estimate on dead floorboards that may need to be replaced. So we'll see about that. The center building renovation committee continues to meet, and it seems like the project is being morphed from one big project that, I reported was a behemoth of a project and probably wasn't going to move forward, to separating out two projects, hopefully a separate building for the police department, to move them out of that small space, give them their own space, their own building, such that they did in North Branford, and to continue to improve this building through capital projects each year. So look at the envelope, windows, the foundation, the leaking, look at the roof, all of those through individual yearly capital projects, which would be far more affordable than all at once, and making the police department wait 5 years. Because ultimately, if it was approved and a referendum went out and we all decided to spend $41 million on the project, they, because of moving parts there, they would not have been upgraded for 5 years. So even if it started, tomorrow. And so this way it separates that project out and gets them moving toward a new location much sooner. And we'll see what the community says about that, if it gets to referendum. The drainage project that happened in June, I just want to get back to you to say, this week we got no water.
That's a good
However,
test to see.
considering what we're going to be getting this week ahead, 5 to 7 inches of rain, I saw on a report today. We'll keep an eye out. I came by here on Sunday just to take a look, and it was dry. So good work, and Brad really, he's the one responsible for that project, and I think he's, again, maybe it's a little early to say, but I think it's
So far, so good.
working. The vaccine clinics, we've partnered up with Valley Pharmacy again, and we've got 3 scheduled. We'll do 5 vaccines again for these 3 dates. And it'll be the same vaccines we've given before, although I read the CDC said that there may be a new COVID vaccine coming out for the fall that's more aligned with current COVID being passed around. And then there'll be flu and Shingrix and Prevnar 20, and then RSV, which a lot of people want, a annual RSV now. And those, we're still trying to work with Orange VNA. They are a good partner of ours. They offer the Ask a Nurse program here once a month. And sorry guys, I get spammed too. They offer that program, so we're still trying to work with them. I keep requesting that they let us know about their insurance, because Valley Pharmacy takes every insurance and they are limited to what they can accept. And previously, the last 3 years, they've not been accepting Connecticut, and that's what the employees in this town have. And one of the reasons we sponsor these clinics is to make sure our employees get vaccinated so that everybody stays well and we have a functioning municipality. So we're still waiting to hear on that, and we'll see if we get that scheduled. If not, we'll do a few more. I think it doesn't cost us anything to do these clinics with Valley Pharmacy. They've been fantastic, and they're great to work with. Woodbridge Road Race. This is sort of an annual request on my part. They run the road race. They get donations to run the road race, and they donate, the rec department donates to the Resident Assistance Fund, and they're very generous every year with their donations. So I usually go out there at 8 o'clock in the morning. It'll be October 5th this year, and I look for a member of the commission to, and don't feel like there's only 5 of you here. I'll put it out in an email if that's more fair.
I'm happy to volunteer. One condition.
Okay, I have to make sure it's not raining again.
No, I want a t-shirt.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay?
I can do that.
There we go.
I can do that.
Medium. I'm joking, but but I'm happy to volunteer.
Thanks,
That's the
Arnie.
same day as Woodbridge
Thank you,
Wednesday.
Arnie.
Yes, right, it's the same day.
Yes, so
One will
I
feed the
just,
other.
I ask a commission member to help, and then we end up, giving everybody their little safety pins and their numbers, or their t-shirts, or their tchotchkes, and we help out the rec department, because we're ultimately benefiting.
Right.
And along with that is Woodbridge Like Me Day, or as Brad Parsons says, Woodbridge Like Me Day. And I do like, he's probably watching, so he's gonna be happy with me. But Woodbridge Like Me Day is that day, and I will at least be manning a table. And last year, I think Nancy joined me. I can't remember who was with me, but we.
Was it last year?
That was
You
the one in
called
the high
me and
school.
said, can you get here in like a half hour?
No, that
Was
was
that the year before?
that was the year before, and that
No,
was when I didn't have a partner at
Maybe
the
Judy?
road race.
Judy jumped in last? I'm trying to remember who
So
else
anyway,
came.
we'll give out information about senior services, human services, social services, and youth services. And even if it's me, I can man a table. So I'm not necessarily going to ask everybody to work on a Saturday, but we'll be there, and look for us if you attend. It should be a great day with lots of things going on. Stop and Shop Blooming for Good has chosen us again. We might be their favorite. I always write thank you. And so this time it's at the Amity Stop and Shop. It's not in Seymour, it's not in Ansonia, it's at the Amity Stop and Shop. So if you buy a $10.99 bunch of flowers, $1 of it will go to the Resident Assistance Fund,
Nice.
which it's literally doing nothing and getting money for the fund.
Yeah.
So it's very nice. The Living Treasure, very exciting meeting this afternoon. I can announce it because I put it on Facebook already, so everybody knows. I called the award winners. This year's honorees are Susan Davidson and Beth Heller and Tom Kennefick. So a really nice selection of people who have literally done 30 plus years each for this town on boards, commissions, the churches, the Boy Scouts, the Park Association, you name it, community council, human services, library, everything. So they are terrific, and it was a unanimous and really quick decision by the board, and we were really happy with ourselves, so that's great. The food pantry is at a summer low. We get an enormous donation from the Boy Scouts who collect food around town in October. But as you can imagine, July comes and the shelves are bare. So the staff really put it out there that we were collecting at one of the concerts on the green. We got quite a bit of food, it was nice. We put it out on Facebook. One resident said, can we put a collection box over at the library for after hours? We did that. We're still low. So if anybody wants to put it on their Facebook pages or spread the word, there is a list posted on the town's Facebook page of the most dire needs, but we're gonna take some money out of the RAF and go shopping. Basically, we have that fund, and that's what we can do. We can go and get some of the items that we really need. Ellen's great about it. She's, well, I'll go, and then once in a while she forgets to give me a receipt, and so she's just paying for the groceries. We really need, but we have the RAF, and if we don't get the food in, we need to go buy it. So just putting it out there that we can do better right now. School's out. A lot of time we can contact the schools or the churches, and it's just summer's a tough time. Beginning in September, qualifying residents can schedule an appointment to apply for the 24-25 Energy Assistance Program administered by TEAM. Judy will take those appointments, and happy to help residents who qualify with their energy assistance. We received the executed agreement from the ARPA funds for the car. We're really excited about that. We're moving ahead to get a car. Tony was out for a couple weeks on vacation, and I'll meet with him Wednesday. We had the attorney look it over. We made a couple minor changes. There's just one part that's not quite straight. We applied for that grant as a program grant, and they gave it to us as a capital expenditure. So the budget for it doesn't match what we're going to be doing. So I have to talk to Tony to see if we can finagle, or if we have to just get them to send another budget form. So we'll get through it this week, and I'm very excited. Also excited to say that we have received the wayfinding signs. We worked on those we got the NCOA grant in the fall for vaccines, and we asked if we could use them for wayfinding. The signs have arrived. They're in Public Works. Adam is on vacation this week, so we'll get them installed later in August, and just be prepared for how great it's going to look. Those falling down green signs are going to be replaced with standing up green signs. So it'll be great. And now I just wanted to discuss the Resident Assistance Fund for just a moment. I don't know if you had a chance to look at your Resident Assistance Fund. I have a couple of copies of the policy, if anybody would like it. I'm going to specifically talk about the first paragraph and this last paragraph here. If anybody would like a copy. Kathy, can you?
Yes, I can. I have it on my iPad.
I'm flying it.
Okay. So the very first paragraph says that, well, it's the second paragraph, I lied. The Department of Human Services administers the RAF derived from private community contributions intended to provide emergency basic need assistance to all age populations. Cases are evaluated individually with health, housing, utilities, mental health, transportation for school or work, and other emergencies as priorities. It's very broad. It's it allows for people to have an understanding of what it does without getting into the weeds. The last paragraph, examples of fund coverage, also broad, but getting more specific and sort of tying our hands. So we would like to just remove that last paragraph. Just take it out completely. We think that this first part that I just read to you covers it, gives us the latitude we need to make the decisions rather than specifically laying out things like that are in here. Eyeglasses, for example. We would definitely be able to have the discretion via the first paragraph. I wouldn't be coming to you to make this change if there hadn't been some gray area that happened. So I can't discuss it, but know that I think this is a good fix. I've spoken with the town attorney who feels that this is a good fix, and he's interested to see what you guys do tonight to make this change. The policy works as intended without that last piece that I put in there and now would love to remove.
It's that paragraph titled eligibility?
It's the paragraph, examples of fund coverage, but not limited to. It's not really even a paragraph, it's bullets.
It's just all bullets right at the end.
Okay.
So
Okay,
It's
I'm
almost too specific.
I was confused.
And I think
Yeah.
Jeanette's saying the first paragraph covers the broad category. And
Yeah,
then-
it's redundant.
Okay. Do we want, you need a motion just for that? Okay, and so then we'll go on to anything
So
else
if
for
you'll
personnel.
notice, the bottom of the policy says approved and then amended. It'll have another amended with
Okay.
tonight's date there to show that we continue to do this.
So any other discussion or questions on removing this piece? I'll propose a motion, but any other discussion? Pat? Yeah.
Just a question, was it specific for some reason, were we trying to comply with something else when that language was drafted? I mean, just so we don't trip over ourselves here.
When the language was drafted, I added it because I'm often not sure of if I've said enough. And I think I said too much. It just got to be problematic, and I think we need to simplify. Keep this more simple.
No, that works for me.
So right above this, it says food, fuel, and other
Yes.
indicators?
Right, so it's,
The whole,
So from there down,
yes.
yeah.
yes. Okay, so the motion is to amend the RAF language, removing the section, keeping H, removing food, fuel, and other indicators, and those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or those 7 bullets, because the first paragraph covers the needs. So the motion is to remove examples of fund coverage, but not limited to R and those bullets. So do I have,
So moved.
thank you, Pat, and do I have a second?
I'll second.
Erin, thank you. Erin, thank you very much, and anything under personnel?
You have to approve it.
We didn't approve it. All in favor?
Aye.
We are unanimous, thank you.
Are we allowed to know what the amount is in that now?
The amount was amended by you guys. I think your copies are newer than my copy. I think you have amended by, I
Yes,
think it was April 2022. Is that right?
April 23.
23, sorry.
Yes.
So yes, of course you can know what the amounts are. It is, it's a $600 allotment with a discretionary $200.
Yeah, but how much is in the whole thing?
Oh, in the whole fund.
Oh, in the whole fund, I don't have that figure with me
But it's
tonight.
a good amount.
We are fine.
Oh, good.
And we get lovely donations every year at the holidays, and Tony Genovese has moved the fund into an interest-bearing account. So it is a good account.
Okay,
It's a
good.
good account, yeah.
Good.
Okay, that's a good question though, to know that we're in good shape with that fund.
Yes.
Anything with personnel? That was the last.
Yeah, the personnel is on there because I just wanted to let you know that we posted the part-time position in the senior center on Indeed. I think the job description was in the packet.
Yes,
Did you guys
it is.
get that? So you can see what we're looking for. Christy has identified, we didn't get the full-time person, but we did get some more hours. And some of those hours have gone to the kitchen supervisor who's now going on these trips. And that wasn't budgeted before, but we need to have, you know,
She's
some-
also helping with office
Mhm.
duties as well.
Right. I don't know if you remember, the kitchen supervisor is Rose Marquesano, and she's been with us previously as a driver, took on the kitchen responsibilities, got her ServSafe certification, and does just about everything asked to do around here. And so we'll wait and see who applies. We have a couple of early applications. We're looking to see, you know, it's 8 hours a week, so see who would like to get a few extra hours, maybe a mom, maybe you know, a retiree, somebody. I'm a little against students because they leave and there's a huge turnover, but you know, somebody who was sticking around, that would be great too. And that, I think, is it. I don't think I have anything else. So,
Okay, thank you. Any questions for Jeanette? Okay,
Perhaps one of the Woodbridge Center participants would be interested in that job.
as long as they have, you know, really good computer
Yeah.
skills to make flyers and can do writing, be able to write. And Chrissy said it earlier today, it would be a job that I would love. 8 hours a week, come in and make
Any
flyers. What's
So
that?
when you said I, meaning you, I was just saying.
Yeah, somebody like me, you
Yeah.
know, if I retired, I would love it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, post it,
Yeah.
somebody might.
Right. That's it.
okay, very good. So we need a motion to accept the human services report. Okay, Arnie, and I can second it. All in favor? Okay, Pat, you with us? Thank you. So moved.
So just pointing out that the next meeting is September 9th, not Labor Day. So that will,
I can already tell you, I will not be here.
okay, well, hopefully we'll get some of the folks who didn't make it tonight.
Great. All right.
Very good.
Any other business? A motion to adjourn? Who would like to make that motion?
I can make it.
Lauren?
All right, Lauren.
And do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Aaron, and that is moved by acclamation.
8:07.
8:07.
Good job.